My name is Wen Ming, and I used to be an ordinary office worker on Earth. For a promotion, I did everything my boss told me to do. I worked so much overtime that I literally died at my computer. And after all that, my useless boss was still never satisfied. Right before I died, one thought ran through my mind. What was the point of my life? If I ever get another chance, I'll never work for anyone again. Maybe God really heard me, because I reincarnated as the young master of the Northern Marquis household. I thought, this life is going to be amazing. I'm the Marquis' son, I can do whatever I want. But reality smacked me in the face fast. The Marquis' father I was so proud of, turned out to be a complete scumbag. By order of the Emperor, he took my mother, the maids, and all the wealth, then vanished. I was left alone, broke, and with no direction. I had so many dreams for my second life, but my father ruined every single one of them. Still, a small ray of hope appeared. Despite being garbage, my father was a warlord, and the Emperor rewarded him with an imperial marriage contract. According to it, my fiancée was none other than the future Empress, Wu Jia. While other kids spent their days studying or practicing martial arts, I spent all my time trying to impress Wu Jia. Her likes became my likes. Even if it meant sitting through her painfully boring chess games, or getting beaten up by her training sessions, I endured everything with a smile. And what did I end up with? Today, I sit in front of the full court, holding the Empress's feet in my hands. As long as I'm beside her beautiful feet, I think, I don't have to worry about anything. She's the Empress, money's not an issue. And she's the youngest, strongest Empress in the world. But wherever there's happiness, there are people jealous of it. The ministers absolutely hate me. They can't stand that I'm holding the Empress's feet right in court. Every day they try to convince Wu Jia to break our engagement. But what they don't know is, that the grip I have on Wu Jia's heart is stronger than superglue. And dealing with these old geezers? I'm more than enough for that. A minister slammed the table and shouted, "Your Majesty, how can Wen Ming behave like this? He's holding your feet in the middle of court. How can we discuss national matters with him sitting there like that? We advise you to break the engagement." Wen Ming muttered, "All these old fossils are just jealous. You think I got this life for free? You never saw my hard work." Aloud he said, "If anyone dares disturb my comfortable life, I'll cut them down without a second thought. And remember, my fiancée is the Empress. If I give her a foot massage to relax her, what's the problem?" Wu Jia finally said, "Enough, Wen Ming. You don't have to massage me. I've told you many times, I'm the Empress now. Our childhood days are over." Wen Ming replied, "All right, I'll stop." But inside he thought, these ministers actually succeeded, damn them. A minister screamed, "Your Majesty, this insolent brat has crossed all limits. By touching your sacred body like this, he's disrespecting the throne." Wen Ming shouted back, "And you, with your disgusting voice, are hurting my ears. Do you even know how much trouble your ugly face causes Wu Jia? You worthless old man, you do nothing except annoy us every morning. Test my patience again, and you won't live to regret it." The minister shrieked, "Threatening a high-ranking official is a grave crime. Your Majesty, punish him." Wen Ming yelled, "Old man, do you even know who my father is? All your achievements combined are nothing compared to his. He's a war hero, and you dare insult his son? You're the real criminal here." Suddenly, Wu Jia released her aura, and the entire hall fell silent. "Enough. Every day I call you all here to discuss national matters, and every day you waste the first hour arguing like children. Wen Ming may be young, but you ministers should know how to behave." The terrified ministers knelt immediately. "Your Majesty, we were wrong. Please forgive us." Wen Ming smirked, "See, that's what happens when you pick a fight with me. My wife won't tolerate anyone bad-mouthing me. You're forgiven only because you knelt. Next time, I'll have your heads chopped off." The ministers gritted their teeth. One of them thought, "This brat humiliates us every day. The moment I get a chance, I'll make him pay." Wen Ming, noticing his expression, thought, "I know exactly what you're thinking, old man. But in just 1 year, Wu Jia and I will be married. I won't just be her fiancé. I'll become the great emperor. Then I'll show you what real revenge looks like. If you don't polish my boots every morning, my name isn't Wen Ming." Wu Jia said, "And Wen Ming, we're only engaged right now. Why are you calling me your wife in front of everyone?" He replied, "Fine, fine, let's talk about serious matters then." Wen Ming thought, "For now, I'll listen to Wu Jia. She's a 9th-level martial artist. Fighting her would end badly for me. But after marriage, I'll be the family head, and by the rules she'll have to listen to me." Wu Jia said, "What are you mumbling about?" Wen Ming replied, "Nothing. I was just thinking about making you feel good." Wu Jia answered, "No, not right now. I need to talk about national affairs. Ministers, earlier you mentioned something is happening in the Northern Reserve. What exactly is going on there?" A minister stepped forward and said, a report came from the north. A massive force of barbarians has launched an attack on our border. Since your majesty has only recently become empress, they wish to cause trouble for you. When Ming immediately jumped in, your majesty, don't stress about it at all. If the south, east, or west were attacked, then it would be worrying. But the north? My father is there, an invincible warrior. He'll slice those barbarians like chopped vegetables. As long as my father stands at the border, no one has the guts to cross it. Wu Jia thought, even if Wen Ming is a bit of an idiot, his father, the northern Marquis, truly is a powerful warrior. There are very few people in this world who can rival him in strength. Just then, a girl came running in. Your majesty, a very important update has arrived. Things in the northern region are not good at all. This girl was Zhu Yi, the Grand Marshal of the Martial Empire. Excited, Wen Ming said, let me guess, the barbarians brought a huge army to attack, but the moment they saw my father standing in the battlefield, they wet their pants and ran away, right? Total chaos, right? I knew it. My father isn't like these useless ministers who sit in court blabbering all day. He stays at the border and protects the country. These ministers should learn from him what a real official looks like. Wu Jia interrupted, just tell us the report. Wen Ming added loudly, speak up. Everyone should know what great things my father has done. He's not some ordinary official. Whatever he does is always monumental. Zhu Yi said, an urgent message arrived from the northern frontier. 200,000 barbarians attacked the northern territory. At noon, our Grand Master Wen Tian went to fight them. But as the battle dragged on into the night, the Grand Master fell to his knees and surrendered. He betrayed our country and joined the barbarians. Wen Ming froze, shocked. What? Say that again. Zhu Yi grabbed him and said, he committed treason. Your Majesty, please decide what should be done with the traitor's son. Wen Ming struggled, let me go. There must be some mistake. Someone must be framing my father. It's impossible, my father would never betray the country. The same minister from earlier stepped forward smugly. Oh, he definitely betrayed us. You were right to compare your father to us. He's indeed extraordinary. In fact, we ministers suspected the Grand Marshal for a long time. Another added, in fact, Wen Ming himself is probably a spy sent by the enemy. We cannot punish his father, but we can certainly punish him. The other ministers joined in immediately, yes. Executing him will send a clear message. No one will dare deceive us again. Some even suggested, let's deep fry him in boiling oil. That will set the perfect example. Wen Ming thought, these filthy old men, how can they turn on a Grand Marshal's son like this? If my father really had planned treason, he should have told me. My peaceful life hasn't even started, and everything is ruined. If I don't act, they'll chop me up like a radish. I refuse to die again like I did in my last life. He shouted, Your Majesty, I'm your childhood friend. At least give me one chance to find out the truth. I don't know why my father did this, or what the real reasons are, but I will uncover everything. Don't you trust your childhood friend enough to give him a chance? Wu Jia suddenly remembered all their childhood memories. She said softly, I cannot kill you. All the ministers yelled, Your Majesty, what are you doing? If you spare a traitor's son, other traitors will think they can get away with anything. He must be punished severely so everyone remembers. Wu Jia commanded, everyone shut your mouth. I said I won't kill Wen Ming, but I never said he would be spared. Wen Ming nodded, I'm ready to accept any punishment. He thought, what's the worst they can do? Strip me of my status? At least I'll be alive. But Wu Jia declared, Zhu Yi, throw Wen Ming into the dungeon, and cut off his little bird. From today, Wen Ming will live inside the palace as a eunuch. Wen Ming's eyes widened. Little bird? Does that mean? Your Majesty, you can't do that. Later, Wu Jia returned home. She bathed while thinking about the day's events. She thought, even knowing the barbarians attacked the northern pass, and the northern Marquis supposedly betrayed us, it still doesn't add up. If he wanted to betray us, he would have first taken his only son away. A man who spent his whole life fighting for our country, how could he suddenly betray us? Wen Ming's reaction was genuine, he was more shocked than anyone. Something is wrong. Things look simple, but they're not. She was interrupted as another girl entered. What happened? Why is our empress so troubled? Missing your best friend? This girl was Wu Jia's best friend, Tao Sisi, a 6th-rank martial artist. Wu Jia snapped, what are you doing? Move aside. So many days have passed, and yet your dirty habit still hasn't changed. Tao Sisi laughed, I can't help it. Your figure is just too perfect. After finishing their bath, both came out. Wu Jia asked, you were supposed to be training in the mountains, right? And you still had a long time left before completing your studies. So how did your master release you so early? Tao Sisi replied proudly, Sister, you underestimate me. My master's skills were easy, so I learned everything long ago. But even then, My master kept calling me an idiot. That's why she finally kicked me out of the mountain. Wu Jia said dryly. She was absolutely right about you. Tao Cece continued. Master sent me here for a reason, to help you manage the empire. An emperor faces countless challenges. They need loyal people around them. And I, Tao Cece of the 8 Trigram sect, swear I'll always stay loyal to you. Wu Jia replied. No need for all that. I called you because I need to discuss something important. Excited, Tao Cece leaned forward. Yes, yes. Tell me everything. Wu Jia sighed. I'm extremely troubled. My heart says one thing, my mind says another. This problem isn't mine, it's about a friend. One senior once helped her family a lot. Because of that, her father promised that she would marry that senior's son. They've known each other for over a decade, childhood sweethearts. The fiancé always put my friend above himself. He even adopted my friend's preferences as his own. But now, right when their wedding is near, they've learned that the senior, the one who helped their family, is a traitor. Now she doesn't know how to look at her fiancé. Is he still the person who loved her all his life? Or is he the son of a traitor who might betray her in the future? Tao Cece interrupted. Wait, why didn't I know about this friend of yours? And honestly, your friend is an idiot. Who gets stressed over something so simple? Annoyed, Wu Jia snapped. Then you tell me, what should she do? Tao Cece proudly explained. My master always said, a man can control his words, but not his body. The man who can control his body is truly trustworthy. If your friend sends someone trustworthy to test the fiancé, everything will be clear. If he stays loyal, he'll never betray her. If he falls for another woman's trap, he'll definitely betray her in the future. After thinking, Wu Jia said, all right, I've made my decision. Shocked, Cece asked, what decision? Wu Jia replied coldly, you will be the one to test my fiancé. What? Cece exploded. What are you saying? Scene shifts to the execution chamber. A man holding a knife stood over Wenming, who was trembling. The man said, young Marquis, are you ready? Terrified, Wenming cried, no, I'm not ready at all. Uncle, you've known me since childhood. You know I'm not a traitor. That minister ordered this just to fool others. You don't actually need to do this. The uncle stuffed cloth into Wenming's mouth and said, these hands have chopped off many little birds. Everyone knows your father betrayed the country. Since we can't punish him, we'll punish you by cutting off your bird. Don't worry, I have 20 years of experience. I'll slice it so cleanly you won't even feel it. Wenming thought in horror, why is this happening? What is life even worth without my bird? And why does this creep look so excited? Suddenly, Tao Cece kicked down the door. She shouted, I have the imperial decree. You are not allowed to cut Wenming's bird. Wenming cried tears of joy internally. I knew it. Years of massaging Wu Jia's feet finally paid off. No one can replace me in her heart. The uncle read the decree and muttered, it really is an imperial order, but why stop the procedure? Cece grinned wickedly, because you are not doing it. I will. The Empress' best friend, Tao Cece, will personally remove Wenming's bird. Wenming froze. These women know no shame. How can they attack a tiny innocent creature with such a big weapon? He begged, Uncle, please. You do it. She'll kill me. Cece slammed her weapon on the floor. Is this too small? Maybe I should bring something bigger. Wenming panicked. Why do you need something that big? I'm not being executed. Cece said smugly, you're lucky. The Empress chose the smartest person in the country, me, to remove your bird. It'll be gone before you even realize it. And don't worry, I'll stay by your side in your darkest moment. Wenming cried, I don't want anyone else. I only accept Wu Jia as my partner. My heart belongs only to her. Cece replied, great, then get ready to be cut. But as she looked at the tiny little bird, she went silent. Well, I forgot this is my first time doing this. How much am I supposed to cut? Wenming yelled, idiot girl, why are you even here? And then, swoosh, she swung her blade. Wenming's scream echoed through the entire palace. The uncle cried dramatically, today, our great dynasty has gained another eunuch of territory. Wenming shrieked, what are you talking about? Stop the bleeding. Do something now. But then Cece said, I have one weakness. The moment I see blood, I faint. And right after saying that, she fainted. Wenming screamed, please, somebody help. God, why is my luck so terrible? Scene shift to Eunuch Hall. Wenming arrived at Eunuch Hall. He muttered angrily, that stupid girl, she was horrible. But because of her, something good actually happened. He smiled in relief. That idiot was so terrified after seeing the blood that she didn't even realize she didn't cut my little bird. She only cut my thigh. If she hadn't been there today, I would definitely have become a eunuch. My luck saved me. He whispered to himself, and no one must ever know this. If anyone finds out my bird is still alive, they'll cut it off immediately. Suddenly, he heard footsteps approaching. Cece rushed inside. Wenming, are you okay? I brought a eunuch expert to examine you. The second eunuch bowed. Please don't call me an expert. I only have some experience in judging eunuchs. I'm Eunuch Hall Master Yuni. Cece noticed Wenming lying under the blanket. Why are you trembling under the covers? Did something happen? Yuni sighed deeply. Today, he lost a dear friend. A friend he never spoke to, yet shared everything with. His true feelings were known only by that small friend. He's crying because of the loss, and he doesn't want anyone to see his tears. Wenming, under the blanket, thought, my friend hasn't gone anywhere. He's alive and well, standing proudly. I'm just hiding him until this nightmare is over. Cece thought sympathetically, boys are so weak, crying so much over losing a tiny little thing. She clapped her hands. Come on, Wenming. Stand up and show how powerful you are. And then, she slapped his injured thigh. Wenming cried, you monster. Just leave me alone. Cece frowned. So you are crying. Is becoming a eunuch really that painful? Wenming snapped, you have no idea how much pain I'm in. Cece turned to Yuni. How long will it take for, to heal? Yuni replied, the pain will fade in a week, but the trauma, that won't go away for this entire lifetime. Luckily, the bird was removed cleanly. His life isn't in danger. In a few days he'll accept his new life and work with us. Wenming silently screamed, I memorized all your faces. If my father succeeds in his rebellion, I'll kill each of you one by one. Yuni said, I have other work to do. I'll take my leave, Mistress Tao. Wenming thought, crazy woman, you go too. I swear I'll take revenge for what you tried to do to me. He said aloud, Mistress Tao, you've already taken everything from me. Why are you still here? Cece said cheerfully, I'm not leaving. The Empress ordered me to be your personal caretaker. Until you recover, I'll feed you, dress you, and take care of your every need. Wenming thought, horrified, they still don't trust me. That's why they sent this demon to watch me. Cece said, you haven't eaten, right? Come on, let's eat. Actually, wait here. I'll bring food. Wenming relaxed a little. At least she's bringing me food. Cece returned and shoved a bowl of porridge directly into his mouth. If you don't eat properly, how will you recover? Eat! Eat until you're full. Wenming thought, this girl, she'll kill me by force feeding me. Cece asked, what happened? How did you fall asleep while eating? Anyway, I need to wash my clothes, so I'll be back. I used to think I was only good at martial arts, but it turns out I'm good at caring for people too. Everyone falls asleep after I feed them. She left. Wenming threw the bowl aside. Finally, I'm safe. He thought, if she watches me 24/7, I can't survive. I must escape. He picked up a stick. If I stay here, I'll be exposed. She's strong but looks dumb. One hit with this stick and she'll faint. Then I can escape. Scene shifts to the outer courtyard. Cece was cleaning the courtyard. Wenming approached silently with the stick. He whispered, you weak girl, you're done. But, Cece casually lifted a giant boulder with one hand. She said, I thought there'd be a lot of dirt under this stone. Good thing it's not too heavy. Wenming froze. What kind of monster strength is this? Cece turned. Wenming, what are you doing here? Wenming panicked. I was going to sleep. Cece narrowed her eyes. Then why are you holding a stick? Since when do you need a stick to go to the bathroom? Wenming replied dramatically, you can't understand the pain I'm suffering right now. I can't walk without support. He shook the stick. That's why I'm using this. And yet you doubt me. Cece sighed. Okay, I won't doubt you. Wenming thought, thank God I didn't attack her. She really is a monster. I need to avoid her at all costs. As Wenming approached the courtyard entrance, the Empress arrived. Wu Jia glared at Cece, you idiot. I told you only to scare Wenming, and observe whether he's loyal or not. Why did you cut his bird? I specifically told you not to do it. Cece mumbled. My hand slipped, Wu Jia said. Now he's a eunuch. There's no point testing his loyalty anymore. Cancel the test. Cece asked. But why are you crying? Don't tell me you liked him that much. Wu Jia snapped. No, I'm upset because we turned him into a eunuch, without even knowing the truth. Now we can't even find out whether he was involved in the rebellion. Cece said confidently, Your Majesty, don't worry. I still have 1,000 ways to test Wenming. Wu Jia asked slowly, and what ways are those? Cece said, based on my observation, the walls around the toilet are very low. If Wenming is truly one of the traitors, he will definitely try to climb over the wall to escape. I already anticipated that. That's why I ordered many obstacles to be placed on the other side of the wall. Meanwhile, Wenming looked over the wall and thought, there really aren't any guards here. This is the perfect chance to escape. Cece continued, if we see Wenming climbing the wall, it means he's a traitor. On the other side, we see Wenming actually trying to climb the wall. He thought, this lion cannot stay locked in a cage. Once I find my father, the throne and this empire will be mine. Cece added, as soon as we see him climbing the wall, we'll torture him and make him confess his plans. Wu Jia said, I know Wenming won't do anything like this. You've only observed him for 2 days. I've known him for 10 years. He won't betray us. But then they suddenly heard Wenming scream. Cece shouted. He jumped off the wall and fell right onto the spikes. Now we'll see whose observation was correct, yours or mine. Wu Jia whispered, I trust you, Wenming. I know you'd never betray us. Scene shifts to Eunuch Hall. After hearing the scream, Eunuch Master Yuni sighed. I knew this would happen. Everyone, ignore the screams. He will cry a lot tonight. A messenger pigeon arrived and dropped a letter. Reading it, Yuni muttered, so it was true, the item really is in the Wen family's hands. That means my plan will soon succeed. Back to Wenming, Cece approached Wenming's chamber and said, finally, I caught you red-handed. Don't even think about escaping. But when she opened the door, she found Wenming using the toilet, blood running down his leg. Cece fainted immediately. I can't handle this much blood. Wenming shouted, you crazy women. Because of you, a man can't even use the bathroom in peace. Wu Jiao rushed in. No, it was a misunderstanding. Wenming yelled, you've taken everything from me. Now you're here to enjoy watching me suffer? Go on, open your eyes, and watch how a prince lives the life of a eunuch. Panicking, Wu Jia said, Wenming, we really didn't mean any harm. It was all a misunderstanding. Wenming cried, you can't even look me in the eye. The pain you can't bear to see. I'm living through it. Now you must understand this pain. Wu Jia hurled the unconscious Cece at him, causing Wei Ming to fall backwards. Sorry, we're leaving now. Wenming smirked after they left. Bunch of idiots. I tricked them again. They can't compete with my acting. Wu Jia grabbed Cece's cheek, yelling, open your eyes and look at what you did. Because of your brilliant idea, I can't even face Wenming anymore. I told you not to cut his bird. Now his bird is gone, and my dignity is gone. What must he be thinking about me? Cece cried, don't pull my cheeks. And anyway, he's a small-time eunuch now. He can't ruin your reputation. Wu Jia pulled her cheek again. I told you not to make him a eunuch. Because of your one mistake, his whole life is ruined. Cece sobbed, yes, I know I was wrong. Please forgive me. Wu Jia said sadly, he was in so much pain. My heart knows he didn't betray us, but he still had to suffer such a punishment. I'll definitely help him. This mistake was mine. Cece, I'm giving you a task. You must take care of Wenming properly, and make sure he recovers completely. I won't tolerate even a single mistake. I'm leaving now. Please take good care of him. Cece nodded. Okay, I understand. Wu Jia thought as she left. No matter what happened, Wenming didn't betray us. I knew he would never betray us. Wenming thought, these people are still watching me, even in the toilet. They really don't trust me. My wound opened while I was climbing the wall. That's why I couldn't escape. Otherwise I would have been out of here already. Cece thought, Wenming, you're a good actor. You fooled my innocent friend very well. But I'm not as stupid as Wu Jia. I know your true colors, and soon I'll expose you to her. Wenming returned to his room. I lost so much blood today. I should rest. At least I managed to steal a spoon from the kitchen. He held up the spoon proudly. It may look like a simple spoon, but this is the key to my escape. In movies, thieves dig tunnels. So I'll dig a tunnel too, and become a legendary master thief. Just then, Cece entered. Wenming, I need your help. Wait, what were you doing just now? Wenming quickly hid the spoon. Nothing. I was just resting. Cece thought, he must think I'm stupid. Does he really believe my sharp eyes can't see his tricks? Wenming said, why are you putting your things here? This is my room. Cece replied, the Empress ordered me to take care of you. So until you're fully recovered, I'm staying with you. Wenming gulped, that's fine. But, why are you taking off your clothes? Cece smirked, why do you care so much? She thought, I'll make him spill all his secrets. I know he's hiding something. Wenming said nervously, look, I admit I'm a eunuch, but I'm still a new eunuch. So please don't stand in front of me like this. What are you even doing here? Cece said, I'm the one who injured you, so I'll be the one to treat you, and I will apply medicine on your wound. Wenming said, no, I'll do this myself. But Cece replied, if I don't do it, the Empress will scold me badly. Wenming thought, I need to stop her. If I don't, I won't be able to control myself, and if she comes to apply medicine on my wounds, she'll see that my little bird is perfectly fine. And the worst part? I can't even stop her. She's way stronger than me. Cece narrowed her eyes. Are you hiding something? Wenming panicked. She's starting to suspect me. Suddenly, Wenming splashed her with blood, causing Cece to faint on the spot. Ming thought, this girl ruined my life, and now she's sleeping on my bed like it belongs to her. But it's fine, the key to my destiny is still in my hands. When she's sleeping like a log tonight, I'll work hard. By the time she wakes up tomorrow, I'll be long gone. But right then, half asleep, Cece grabbed Ming's wrist. Confess. What secrets are you hiding? Ming thought miserably, she's interrogating me in her sleep, and why is her grip so strong? Why can't I escape? She held on to him the entire night. Next morning, Ming, exhausted, thought, I stayed awake all night waiting for her to let go, but she held my hand until morning. I couldn't sleep at all. How am I supposed to survive around her? Cece woke up and immediately grabbed him again. Until now I was suspicious, but now I'm sure you're hiding something. Tell me what you've hidden under the blanket. Ming panicked, it's over, I'm caught. There's no way I can escape now. But then Cece lifted something from under the blanket, a spoon. You hid a spoon? Ming quickly acted innocent, it's just that, I get very hungry at night, so I go to the kitchen to grab food. But it's hard to find spoons there, so I bring one back with me. Cece frowned, you're such a strange person. Ming sighed in relief, thank God I hid the right thing. If I'd hidden anything else, she might have cut it off. Cece said, I promised Her Majesty I'd take care of you, so I can't let you starve. Get ready for breakfast. Ming asked, what's for breakfast? What else? The world's tastiest dumplings. Ming recoiled, no, I'll eat by myself. 7 days later, Yuni said, Ming, your recovery is complete. I hope you're fully healed now. It's time for you to learn the responsibilities of a eunuch. Cece proudly said, you're right on time. I've personally been taking care of him these past 7 days. Look how fit he looks. Yuni squinted, he doesn't look fit at all, let him rest a few more days. After that, I'll take him with me. Ming cried, please, take me with you. Take me anywhere you want, but don't leave me with this demon girl. Yuni sighed, fine, I'll take him. Cece said, all right, take good care of him. She secretly thought, I've tested him for 7 days but found nothing suspicious. Could it be, Ming has no connection to Northern Marquis's rebellion? Meanwhile, Ming begged Yuni, Master Yun, please take me far away from that girl. I'll happily do any task you ask, but I can't stay near her. Yuni said, seeing your condition, you're too weak for any hard labor. Don't worry, I won't give you difficult work. Since you were once the imperial son-in-law, I'll give you an easy position. Ming bowed, thank you, Master Yun. He thought, this man's attitude has changed a lot. What exactly is he planning? Yuni said, your job today is to taste all the dishes made in the imperial kitchen. Remember, you may only take one bite from each dish. If you eat more, the Empress will be upset. Ming said confidently, no problem. I'll only take one bite. Yuni gasped, your one bite is too big? Fine, you look like you haven't eaten properly in days. Eat as much as you want. I'll have a separate set prepared for Her Majesty. Yuni thought secretly, this boy is useful for my future plan. That's the only reason I'm tolerating him here. Otherwise, I would have sent him to work in the mines already. Suddenly, Ming fell to his knees. Shocked, Yuni asked, what are you doing? Ming said, Master Yun, ever since my father betrayed the Empire, everyone treats me like an enemy. But you've been so kind to me. If you don't mind, may I call you my godfather? Yuni said, no, Northern Marquis is still alive. Ming growled, don't even mention that old bastard. Just hearing his name makes my blood boil. What kind of father betrays his own empire? A man like that can't be my father. Yuni wiped a tear dramatically, a good-hearted boy suffering because of his father's crimes. Fine. I accept. I will be your godfather. I will take care of you as much as I can. Ming thought, yes, this old man will be the ladder that helps me reach my father. Once I find him, this man will be calling me grandpa. Meanwhile, Yuni thought, a few small favors, and I've won his trust. Once I get what I want, I'll throw this kid away. Suddenly, Ming's stomach growled loudly. He said, Godfather, make something delicious for me. Your godson is starving. Yuni said, you can only take one bite here. And honestly, you won't feel satisfied at all. Come, we'll eat somewhere else. He added in annoyance, he just finished all the food, and yet this tiny rat is still hungry? This boy eats like a beast. Ming said, I haven't even worked for a single day, and we're already going out today? Yuni replied, you're my godson. You don't need to worry about such small matters. Go wear something nice, we'll head out in a bit. Soon they arrived at Fly Street. Ming, shocked, said, there are so many brothels here. Godfather, isn't it strange for 2 eunuchs to come here? We don't even have swords, so why are we at a weapon shop? Yuni said, just come inside. You'll understand. And remember, you can spend as much as you want. I'll pay for everything. He gave money to the manager and whispered, "Send a truly exceptional girl to this boy, and make sure you report every one of his actions to me." The manager replied, "Don't worry, I'll take care of everything." Uni thought to himself, Northern Marquis won so many wars, because of a secret technique, a technique that makes a person invincible, that can revive the dead, and regrow a half-destroyed body. I heard once he lost an arm and regrew it in just 7 days. If that's true, then a little bird would definitely regenerate even faster. If the boy inherited this technique from his father, then by now he must have regrown that as well. If he tries anything with the girl I send in, it's proof he has the technique. Inside the room, Wen Ming entered the room thinking, that old man tricked me into coming here. What is that bastard planning? Right behind him, Cece sneaked into the brothel, saying, "Today I'll catch that scoundrel red-handed." The manager smiled at Wen Ming. "Young master, a very beautiful girl will serve you. She's not from this region, she's from the West region. Even elite clan young masters rarely get her. You'll definitely like her." Wen Ming thought, he brought me here under the excuse of food? Could he be Wu Jia's spy? Is this all a setup? He said aloud, "I'm not interested in women. Can you just bring me food?" Laughing, the manager said, "Once you see her, trust me, you'll forget all about food." Wen Ming thought, something is definitely fishy. No, this entire situation is rotten. They must be watching me from somewhere. No matter what happens, I must stay in control. Just then someone announced, "Lady Ruoyan is arriving." As soon as Wen Ming saw her, he froze. He thought, the manager wasn't lying. My eyes might actually pop out. Lady Ruoyan walked in with elegance. She looked foreign, mesmerizing. She smiled and said, "Young master, sorry for the wait." Wen Ming thought, she's adorable. That old Jin sent a foreign beauty to tempt me. But I'm strong. I won't fall for this. Ruoyan touched his cheek gently. "Young master, your face is as red as a tomato. Why are you sweating so much? Is it because of the heat?" Wen Ming panicked inside. "She's standing way too close. It's getting harder to control myself." Ruoyan said, "Please sit. I'll feed you fruit with my own hands." Outside the room, the other girls whispered, "No man can resist Ruoyan." Uni instructed her well. She'll definitely expose whether that eunuch has anything left. Inside, Ruoyan fed Wen Ming fruit. He thought, I must stay calm. I must do this, for my life. Ruoyan asked sweetly, "What's wrong, young master? Do you not like how I'm feeding you? If you want, I can feed you in a different way." Wen Ming thought, the more I resist, the harder she tries. This girl is destroying me. Ruoyan thought, this eunuch is easier to manipulate than I expected. Perfect, he can help with my plans. Suddenly they heard shouting outside. "Young Master Jia, please wait. Lady Ruoyan is with a guest." A loud arrogant voice replied, "Do you know who my father is? Prime Minister Jia Boca, the man whose autobiography The Life of Boca is famous across nations. And you dare make me wait?" No one stops Jia Zhandu. Wen Ming froze. He thought, what is Jia Zhandu doing here? If he finds out I'm inside, he'll tell Wu Jia. I ruined many things for him, he'll definitely take revenge. He panicked. I must avoid that bastard at all costs. Ruoyan asked softly, "What's wrong, young master? Why do you look so afraid?" Outside, Jia Zhandu boasted, "My childhood enemy, Wen Ming, has finally lost his bird. To celebrate his downfall, I'm here to enjoy myself. Send me your top beauty. Because of him, I never got to live the life I deserved. Now that he's ruined, I will live gloriously." He threw money at the manager arrogantly. Meanwhile, Yuni was gritting his teeth and thinking, what is the Prime Minister's son doing here? He's going to ruin my entire plan. Zhandu pushed open the door and said, "Lady Ruoyan, I've heard a lot about you. Finally, I get to see how stunning you are." But then he froze. "Weren't you with a guest? Why is the room empty?" Ruoyan replied. As soon as the guest heard that the Prime Minister's son, Zhandu, was coming, he panicked and jumped out the window. He said he didn't have the courage to face you. Zhandu smirked. Smart of him not to face me. He wouldn't have been able to handle my anger. Inside, Wen Ming thought, "You scoundrel, keep bragging while you can. I may not have power right now, but if I did, I'd make you dance in your underwear." Ruoyan thought, of all the hiding spots, this useless eunuch chose here? Still, he might be useful to me. Saving him could benefit me later. Zhandu said, "You're even more beautiful than the rumors. Today is a wonderful day. First, watching my enemy get destroyed, and second, meeting a beauty like you." Ruoyan replied politely, "You're very flattering, young master." But in her mind she thought, serving a handsome eunuch is better than serving this ugly pig. Just look at his nose, it's like a snout. But I must behave. He's Boca's son, if I offend him, he'll make my life miserable. Ruoyan asked, "You must be thirsty after the journey. What would you like to drink?" Zhandu grabbed her hand and said, "If I have you, what else do I need?" You're the only water that can quench my thirst. Ruoyan said sternly. Young Master Jia, please show some respect. I serve guests, but I do not sell my body. Shandu grinned. Who said anything about that? My throat is burning. Won't you touch it for me? Speak sweetly to ignite the spark between us. Terrified, Ruoyan thought, I need to run, or this bastard won't spare me. She dashed away at full speed. When Ming thought, she's fast, and I'm completely trapped. Ruoyan, running blindly, dove onto the bed, right where Wen Ming was hiding. Shandu said, Lady Ruoyan, why did you come here? Ruoyan lied, someone was getting too close, so I hid here. Wen Ming thought, why am I always stuck in disasters like this? Then he noticed a tattoo on Ruoyan's body. Wait, I recognize that tattoo. Shandu asked, what are you trying to do by acting like this? Are you trying to heat up the fire inside me? Ruoyan snapped, young master, please control yourself. I am not doing anything of the sort. Inside, she thought, this pig is getting more dangerous every second. I must escape, and this eunuch is only making things worse. Meanwhile, when Ming thought, I can't see anything, where even is my hand right now? Shandu lay beside her and said, I'm tired too. Let me lie down. Can I touch your feet? I've always wondered how foreign beauty's feet look. Ruoyan thought, I'll have to use my powers. I tried acting, but I won't let this pig touch my sacred body. Shandu grabbed the leg under the blanket. Your skin is so smooth. But wait, why are there hair on your feet? Do foreign beauties shampoo their leg hair? Why is it shiny? He stopped. Wait, why does a foreign beauty have leg hair? Ruoyan said, that's because those are my legs. As he lifted the blanket, Shandu screamed, then whose legs are these? When Ming said, didn't you like my legs? Sure, they're hairy, but good quality hair. Shandu shouted, shocked, Wen Ming, what are you doing here? Wen Ming replied, if I say I came here by accident, would you believe me? Shandu roared, the beauty I couldn't even touch, you were sitting under her skirt? Wen Ming said, if you're a real man, talk with your mouth, not your hands. A real man never fights with his fists. Shandu laughed, since when do eunuchs talk about real men? Did you forget you're a eunuch? You left the palace without permission. No eunuch is allowed to leave the palace without permission. Looking at you, I doubt you were given any. Wen Ming said, no, I'm here with Yuni. I couldn't have come alone. Shandu replied, either you're clever, or you think I'm stupid. He stepped closer. Did you forget who I am? I'm the son of Prime Minister Boka. Our family has dominance in our blood. No old eunuch would bring you here. You ran away. Outside, Yuni was hiding behind a pillar, panicking. Why did that bastard Jia Zhandu have to come today of all days? My whole plan is ruined. Inside, Wen Ming said, we were childhood friends. Can't you let me go just once for old time's sake? Shandu snapped, what childhood friendship? You're too late to play the friendship card. When we were kids, I once told you I liked the Empress. I trusted you as a friend. And what did you do? You spread a rumor across the academy that I had diarrhea issues, that I leaked while walking. Because of you, not even the Empress, not any girl came near me, and she was innocent. You kept whispering nonsense in her ears. I realized then, that as long as you were around, I would never reach her. So I worked hard, studied endlessly, hoping to top the exam and become a minister, just to stay close to her. But you switched our exam papers. Because of your cheating, you came first, and I, who was smarter, failed. That day, not only did I lose, but you disgraced my father as well. People mocked him, saying, a fool's son will always remain a fool. Listening to the story, Ruoyan said, you're a horrible man. No one treats even an enemy this badly. Wen Ming replied, I was just joking with my dear friend Jia. Jia snapped, joking? Because of your jokes, my entire life turned into a joke. When I failed the exam, you came to me and told me you would get me a good job. You told me to bow my head before the officials and say, I will accept whatever job Wen Ming chooses for me. I was naive, so I did exactly what you said. And the job they gave me was cleaning horses. While you were enjoying life inside the imperial palace, I was scrubbing horse butts. I might forget many things in life, but I can never forget those terrible days. Those horses always had diarrhea. They turned my life into hell. Wen Ming said, but you told me you loved horses. That's why I purposely got you a job that kept you near them. Jia shouted. When the whole capital heard your bird was going to be cut off, no one was happier than me. I had lost faith in God, but that day I felt justice finally existed. And today, I came here to celebrate your misery. Wen Ming said, you didn't come here by your own wish. You only came to ruin my life. Jia grinned. The best part is, I caught you red-handed. Now I'll go tell the Empress everything you've done. Let's see how much she cuts off next. Maybe a hand, maybe a leg. Watching that will be fun. Wen Ming thought, no matter how much I beg, he'll never forgive me. I've tortured him too much in the past. Looks like I'll have to attack him. He lunged at Jia, but Jia blocked the attack easily. Shocked, Wenming shouted, "When did you become this strong?" Jia replied, "Time makes everyone stronger. I spent my youth living with horses. Do you know what I learned there? How to stop fast attacks. I can block them with my eyes closed. Your attack is nothing to me. Today you picked the wrong target, Wenming. You're not escaping." Wenming said, "If my father comes here, he'll bury you alive." Ruoyan thought, "I need information about the palace. This eunuch could be useful. If he dies here, my entire plan will fail. I have no choice but to use my special technique." "Wait, young Master Jia, you just arrived. If you leave without receiving proper service, I'll be blamed by the manager. Do you want me to be scolded?" Jia said. "No, of course I don't want that." He thought, "My guards are outside. Even if I stay a little longer, Wenming can't escape." "Alright, Miss Ruoyan, I'll stay for a while." While serving Jia, Ruoyan secretly winked at Wenming. Wenming thought, "She's helping me, but why? What's her motive?" Ruoyan asked, "Would you like this drink?" Jia smirked, "I'd drink poison if it were from your hands. This drink is nothing." But then Ruoyan accidentally spilled it on his clothes. "I'm so sorry, young master. Let me clean it." While pretending to wipe it, she slipped a scented powder under his nose. Ruoyan thought, "Finally, it's done. My soul enchanting mist. No one has ever resisted it." She said sweetly, "You must feel sleepy, right? Just rest." But Jia suddenly opened his eyes, grabbed her hand, and snarled, "You bitch. How dare you try to control me?" Ruoyan gasped, "How are you awake?" Jia said, "It's a long story, but here's the short version. I spent years cleaning horses. I live surrounded by horrible smells. My nose is dead. I can't smell perfume. I can't smell poison. Your stupid mist has no effect on me." Ruoyan was stunned. "What kind of monstrous ability is that?" Jia growled, "You two are working together. None of you will leave alive." But when Ming suddenly rushed in and smashed Jia's head against the wall, Ruoyan gasped, "You said he could block every attack, then how did yours land?" When Ming said, "Your mist worked on him, just for a moment, and you're skilled in combat and poison. You're clearly no ordinary girl." Ruoyan said, "I did all that to save you. You won't believe me, but when I first saw you, my heart started beating fast." When Ming grabbed her hand and asked, "Then why are you holding this bottle? Did you actually think the same trick would work again?" Ruoyan smiled, "I must admit, you're much smarter than the other young masters." Then she grabbed him and added, "But being smart isn't enough, you also need strength." When Ming said, "What are you planning to do?" Ruoyan replied, "You're a eunuch. Even if I tried something, you couldn't do anything back." When Ming panicked, "No, don't do anything like that." He thought, "I can't control myself anymore." Ruoyan's eyes widened. "What is this? You're not a eunuch?" Outside, the eunuchs heard noises. Such intense sounds. "Looks like our young master has won her heart." Inside, when Ming said, "You're misunderstanding. Just listen to me," Ruoyan shouted, "You're not a eunuch. That means, you must die. If anyone discovers you are here with me, my dignity will be destroyed." She attacked him. Running away, when Ming shouted, "I told you to stay away. You're the one who kept coming near me." Ruoyan caught him again and said, "You'll die for lying." When Ming replied, "You lied too. If you kill me, how will you complete your Heavenly Lotus sect mission? If you fail, your sect will kill you." Ruoyan acted innocent, "I don't belong to any sect." When Ming said, "You're terrible at lying. Throw away the dagger, or I'll scream and tell everyone everything." Ruoyan tossed the dagger inside. "Fine, let's sit and talk calmly. Fighting won't solve anything." Inside, she thought nervously, "If anyone finds out my true identity, I'll be in huge trouble," Ruoyan said. When Ming, "People from the Heavenly Lotus sect are extremely dangerous. Do I look like someone who belongs to such a terrifying group?" When Ming replied, "Don't bother acting in front of me. I've been acting for 20 years myself. I know the sect marks tattoos on the body, and I saw yours with my own eyes. When I was under your skirt, I saw everything. If you're taking such a huge risk by coming here, then you must be on a mission." Meanwhile, outside, Tao Cece and Wu Jia arrived at the brothel. Wu Jia said, "Cece, I feel like we're taking this too far. Why would Wen Ming come here?" Cece thought, "Today I'll catch that jerk red-handed." Wu Jia trusts him too much, but today she'll finally learn that the only person she can trust is her childhood friend Cece. Suddenly, the guards blocked them. "Do you even know who is inside? Prime Minister Boka's son is in there. You need to wait." Cece punched the guards aside and shouted, "I don't care who Boka is. No one can stop me from opening Wen Ming's case today." They barged inside, and saw Ruoyan lying on top of Wen Ming. Cece said, "Looks like we arrived at the perfect moment." Wen Ming immediately started acting. "Finally, the Empress is here." Wu Jia panicked, No one should find out that I'm the empress. If they do, my reputation will be ruined. Ruoyan froze in fear. So she is the empress? She's so much younger and stronger than I expected. If she wants, she can kill me in 1 second. Even my master couldn't defeat her. Cece said, it makes no sense for the empress to be here. Either something fishy is going on, or everything here is fishy. When Ming said, I don't care about any fish. All I know is, I'm innocent. Yuni brought me here for food. That's all I know. Cece said, every thief says he's innocent, but we don't believe that nonsense. Fine, let's say you did come here for food. Then why was this girl on top of you? Just when Ming was about to tell the truth, he sensed Ruoyan's murderous intent. Ruoyan smiled dangerously and whispered, think carefully before you speak. If I die, I'll drag you with me. When Ming laughed and said, Ruoyan's massage technique is the best in the country. Don't tell anyone, but after she massaged Bruce Banner, he became Hulk. Even Superman has no powers, he just gets daily massages from her. If you don't believe me, try it. She can turn a monkey like you into a human. Wu Jia blinked, really? My hands hurt from signing documents all day. Can you massage them? Cece said, how can you be an empress and still be this gullible? You actually believed him? Ruoyan, sweating inside, said, it would be an honor to massage the empress. Inside, she thought, you bastard Wen Ming, you used my name and now I'm stuck deeper in this mess. Wen Ming thought, this is the best I can do right now. Ruoyan hissed quietly, you dragged me into this, you're coming down with me. She then said aloud, Your Majesty, do you know why I was on top of him earlier? I discovered a big secret about young Master Wen Ming. Wu Jia said, what secret? I've known him since childhood. I know everything about him. Ruoyan replied, this secret is quite special. But before she could speak, Wen Ming quickly pulled her aside and said, she's talking about my massage technique. You know I've been massaging you since childhood, and that's why you became the youngest and strongest 9th rank martial artist, a level no one else has ever reached, so she thinks my technique must be special. Wu Jia smiled, well, your technique is amazing. My shoulders are already feeling lighter. Cece sighed, Wu Jia, he's manipulating you again, and you're falling for it. Wen Ming thought, this girl was supposed to expose me, but now she's in danger because of me. Ruoyan whispered, we need to work together, otherwise we'll both reveal each other's secrets. Cece snapped, what are you two whispering about? Do you think I'm stupid enough not to notice? Fine, let's say you were talking about massage techniques. Then why is that man on the floor unconscious? Were you hiding something from the rest of us? When Ming acted dramatically, Wu Jia, you know how jealous Shandu is of me. When he heard I became a eunuch, he came here to celebrate. But when he saw me, he went completely crazy. If I didn't defend myself with a few punches, I wouldn't be standing here right now. You know how much pain I'm in. And even in this pain, that idiot was mocking me. Ruoyan thought, wow, I just realized how terrible my acting is. This guy's acting can defeat even professionals, Wu Jia said. I know Zhandu is a terrible person. You haven't even recovered for 2 days, and he's already tormenting you. Don't worry, I'll tell Prime Minister Boca to control his son. He won't bother you again. Cece said, what is so special about this guy that you believe every word he says? Let's do one thing, wake Zhandu up and ask him. The truth will come out instantly. She started slapping Zhandu to wake him up. Zhandu slowly opened his eyes and said, where am I? And Wen Ming, what are you doing here? Wen Ming thought, I'm done for. He'll tell Wu Jia everything, Cece happily said. Hurry up, Zhandu. Expose all of Wen Ming's secrets. Zhandu shouted, everyone listen carefully. This idiot has become a eunuch. His third leg has been blown away. The empress shouldn't have cut his third leg. She should have cut his neck. What can a half-man even do? Hearing this, Wu Jia and Cece were shocked. Cece said, that's all you had to say? You didn't have anything else? Zhandu replied, if you give me just 10 minutes, I can write an entire essay about how this idiot became a eunuch. I'm so happy today that I came here to celebrate. Ruoyan thought, I used the soul mist on him. His sense of smell was weak, so it took time, but it worked. He won't remember anything. When Ming smiled and said, you're pretty skilled, Ruoyan. Zhandu continued proudly, you know why I'm so happy today? Not for one reason, but two. First, this idiot became a eunuch. Nothing makes me happier. And second, because he's a eunuch, the empress now has no one beside her. This means she must be feeling very lonely, which makes it the perfect time for me to win her heart. Wu Jia said, and where exactly did you get that confidence? How will you get the empress? Zhandu puffed his chest and said, I'm Prime Minister Boca's son. He'll help me with all this. Wu Jia said coldly, oh really? I didn't know our Prime Minister became so powerful that he can now decide whom I'll marry. Shocked, Zhandu said, my marriage? Wait, who said that? And, who are you? He turned around and panicked. Your Majesty the Empress, what are you doing here? Wu Jia stepped forward and said, after coming here, I learned a lot today. If the Prime Minister thinks he can control my marriage, then maybe tomorrow he'll think he can control the entire country. So I'll do one thing. I hereby demote Prime Minister Boca by 3 ranks. And you, Zhandu, you can return to your old job, taking care of horses. Your brain works better around horses anyway, Zhandu begged. Please, Your Majesty, don't do this. But Wu Jia kicked him away, saying, get lost. You stink. Ruoyan thought, the Empress hit him just once and he flew like a leaf. Good thing I never tried fighting her. In front of power like hers, I wouldn't survive even 1 second. Cece said, sister, wasn't that hit a bit too hard? Wu Jia replied, don't worry, he's used to getting beaten like this. Suddenly, Zhandu said, wait, something just happened. My memories, they're back. When Ming and Ruoyan were shocked. When Ming whispered, what? He remembers? Ruoyan, you said the mist erased it forever. Ruoyan replied, if someone gets hit on the head very hard, sometimes memories return. When Ming thought, I need to take control before everything collapses. Cece said, good. If your memory is back, tell us exactly what Wen Ming did here. Zhandu said dramatically, when I came here, I saw something so shocking that my mouth hung open. Wen Ming said, tell them, Zhandu, what is stuck in your backside? Let me remove it for you. Wen Ming pulled out the dagger. Seeing the blood, Cece fainted. Wen Ming acted quickly. Oh no, Cece isn't well. We must take her to the imperial physician. Wu Jia said, yes, I'll take her right away. Wen Ming said, don't worry about Zhandu. I'll drop him home safely. Ruoyan said, I must admit, you're a master actor. You handled everything perfectly. Wen Ming smiled, if you train one skill long enough, you become perfect at it. Now tell me, how do we erase this donkey's memories again? Ruoyan said, a hard hit on the head will do it. Wen Ming grinned, great answer. He lifted a vase. This is the great memory erasing vase. Zhandu cried, what are you going to do? Wen Ming said, it's for your own good, and smashed the vase on his head. Wen Ming said, Ruoyan, after all this, one thing is clear. We are no longer enemies. We're allies now. Ruoyan replied, my sect isn't interested in partnering with a fake eunuch. Wen Ming said, you know how capable I am. If I hadn't been here today, you would have been caught. If we join forces in the capital, it'll benefit you greatly. Ruoyan said, and why should I trust you? Wen Ming said, because my father was branded a traitor, and I was punished for something I didn't even do. The whole country knows why I became a eunuch. I have no dignity left. Ruoyan said, but you are not a eunuch. Wen Ming replied, I only survived because I was clever, the blade they used was dull. Ruoyan sighed, okay, fine. I trust you a little. Wen Ming said, but they still suspect me heavily. If they find out I'm a fake eunuch, they'll hang me immediately. Ruoyan said, your words alone won't convince me. Wen Ming asked, then what do you want me to do? Suddenly, Ruoyan shoved a pill into his mouth. Wen Ming choked, what did you just make me eat? Ruoyan said, nothing much, just a love pill. For 7 days, it won't activate. Wen Ming asked, and after 7 days? Ruoyan replied, if you don't get the antidote in time, you'll turn into a crazy lover boy, who chases every girl he sees. And the moment people see a eunuch chasing girls, your secret will be exposed instantly. Wen Ming said, you girls are seriously dangerous. How could you do something like this to me for no reason? Ruoyan replied, you're holding a huge secret of mine. How could I trust you so easily? Besides, after you get the antidote, your body will become stronger than before. These 7 days will also let me check how loyal you really are to me. You don't have to do anything big, just give me information about the inner workings of the palace. Wen Ming thought, if my father succeeds in his rebellion, I'll destroy this Heaven Lotus sect first. I'll burn their entire sect to the ground. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to Wen Ming's room. Yuni entered Wen Ming's room, thinking, because of that idiot Zhandu, my whole plan was ruined. But thankfully, I had a second plan, and this one won't fail. He mixed powder into the water jug. He was still finishing his work when he heard voices, Wen Ming and Cece approaching. As Wen Ming and Cece entered, Wen Ming noticed the window was open. I clearly remember shutting all the doors and windows properly. We were just talking about ghosts earlier. What if this room is cursed? Cece said, cursed or not, you're just a giant idiot. A grown man believing nonsense like this. You got lucky today, but very soon you'll get caught red-handed. Wen Ming said, to be honest, you have become a huge headache for me. You keep accusing me of crimes I didn't even commit. I'm really thirsty. Let me drink water first, then I'll talk to you. Yuni whispered from hiding, yes, yes. Drink it quickly. Let my plan work. but Cece stepped forward and snatched the jug from Wenming. "I'll drink first. I did all the hard work today. My throat is dry." Yuni panicked silently. "You crazy girl. What do you get by drinking it first?" Cece asked. "And whose voice was that just now?" Wenming replied. "Must have been my own echo." Before he could stop her, Cece drank the entire jug. Wenming thought, "What is wrong with this girl? Who drinks water like that?" Yuni was losing his mind. "Every time I make a plan, someone ruins it. But this fire powder works on both men and women. I just wanted to test whether Wenming has really regenerated. If his bird is back, then the rumors about Northern Marquis's technique are true." Cece said, "Why are you acting so weird over water? Go outside and bring more." Wenming walked to the well, only to learn that earlier a eunuch had fallen inside. So the well was sealed for today. Anyone wanting water would need to walk 2 miles. Wenming cried, "Who in the world will walk 2 miles just for water?" Yuni smirked from afar. "I planned everything perfectly. If you drank water now, my medicine's effect would end. That's why I won't let you get any today." Wenming returned. "I'll just get water from the palace in the morning." Cece asked, "You're really that thirsty?" Wenming said, "Yes I am, but what can I do?" Cece said, "Even I'm very thirsty, and I must quench it." Wenming panicked. "Wait, what are you doing?" Suddenly, Cece grabbed him and kissed him. Wenming pulled away. "What are you doing? You ruined my first kiss." Cece said, "That's not enough. I want more." Wenming thought, "I have to stop her. Why is she acting like this? Is it because of the yang pill I swallowed? Or is she testing me?" Yuni from hiding thought, "Perfect. This girl will expose his secret today." Cece kept chasing Wenming until they reached the well. Wenming thought, "She must be testing me. Does she think I'll fall for her trick? If I don't stop her now, I'm done for." He grabbed her and jumped into the well with her. Yuni screamed from hiding, "Can't you people follow my plan even once? No matter how hard I work, everything falls apart." Just then, a messenger arrived for Yuni. He sighed, "Looks like I have to leave." Meanwhile, we see Prime Minister Boka yelling at Jandu. Boka shouted, "You went to a brothel and embarrassed our entire family. You even got caught by the Empress herself. I worked my whole life to become the Prime Minister, and because of your stupidity, I got demoted by 3 ranks, Jandu said. "Dad, it's all because of that idiot Wenming." Boka yelled, "You think I'm blind? You let a powerless eunuch fool you. If you can't even beat a powerless eunuch, what am I supposed to call you? But what can I do now? You're my son after all. I'll deal with Wenming myself. But you, don't you dare cause any more trouble. For the next 3 months, you'll study properly. If you even step outside this house, I'll break your legs." As Jandu limped away, Boka asked, "What happened to his leg?" The butler said, "Young master was stabbed in the butt by Wenming with a dagger." He showed the dagger. Boka examined it and said, "This dagger, it belongs to the Heaven Lotus sect." He explained, 14 years ago, during the flood, an entire region was drowned. People lost homes, crops, families, everything was gone. At that time, a sage riding a white donkey appeared. With a single gesture, he made barren lands turn green again. He fed the starving, and guided the souls of the dead to heaven. He helped so many people that citizens stopped trusting the king and the government. Whenever people needed help, they went to that sage. The officials didn't like this. They attacked him. But the sage said just one word, and his white donkey transformed into a powerful beast that defeated an entire army alone. Later, the sage formed a sect, the Heaven Lotus sect. A sect devoted to helping common people, asking for nothing in return. But their existence threatens the Empress and the government. That's why anyone connected to them is branded a traitor. The butler asked, "So, does that mean Wenming is a traitor?" Boka said, "If the father is a traitor, and the son also turns out to be a traitor, what's so surprising about that? It looks like the Wen family is very close to the Heaven Lotus sect." The butler asked, "Should I prepare your carriage, sir? You can inform the Empress immediately." Boka replied, "The Empress trusts Wenming a lot. 1 dagger alone won't prove anything. Here, take these 100 silver taels. Investigate Wenming properly. If anyone knows anything about him, give them this money. I just need 1 more piece of evidence against that bastard." The butler said, "That's fine, but Prime Minister, this amount is too little." Annoyed, Boka snapped, "Too little? This is half my month's salary." "Fine, I still have 10 silver taels hidden under my shoe soles. It was my tea money fund, but never mind, take it. Just don't tell my wife about the 10 silver taels." The butler sighed, "Your condition is worse than mine. But Prime Minister, if you wanted, you could earn a lot of money. Why don't you use your position to make money? Last time, the Minister of Right's dog disappeared, and he posted a reward of 4,000 silver taels. You're above him, yet you're always short of money." Boka replied proudly, "My loyalty is not for sale. Whatever I earn is enough." In 3 days, I'll expose the truth about the Wen family, and they'll be destroyed. Once that happens, the Empress will promote me again, and I'm sure she will choose my son as her new husband. If my son becomes the imperial consort, the entire country will belong to me. At that point, who cares about money? The butler said. Your plan is truly brilliant. Boca thought to himself, Wen Ming, this battle is between you and me. You're not the only one who has been acting all this time, even I've been acting for years. We both want the Empress on our side. Once you're destroyed, I'll have no competition left. Meanwhile, we see Wen Ming, who has fallen into the well with Cece. Wen Ming thought, the medicine's effect must have worn off. Cece is unconscious too, so she won't be able to test me. But wait, if she dies, Wu Jiao will kill me for sure. I have to save this pink-haired troublemaker. He carried Cece out of the well. Breathing heavily, he said, I'm exhausted. She may look small, but she's really heavy. Why isn't she breathing? Did she actually die? He checked her pulse. No, at least she's not dead yet. Good, time to start working. He began removing the water from her stomach. Wen Ming thought, thankfully, I remember many things from my past life. Otherwise she definitely would have died today. Honestly, even though this girl is crazy, her body is amazing. Actually, she looks even better than Wu Jia. No, I can't think about that. I'm pretending to be a eunuch. No one can know the truth. Besides, I'm devoted to Wu Jia. I can't betray years of loyalty. After removing all the water, she still didn't wake up. Looks like she's lacking oxygen. Just then, Cece began to regain consciousness. She thought, that's Wen Ming. Is he trying to save me? He looks so worried, but I'm his enemy. Why is he so concerned about me? Wen Ming thought, I guess I'll have to give her oxygen. There's no other choice. But before he could, Cece slapped him. What were you trying to do? You can't touch a genius like me. Wen Ming said, I was trying to save you. Maybe saving a fool like you was a mistake. Cece said, either you're very clever, or you think I'm very stupid. How exactly were you planning to save me here? Wen Ming replied, forget all that. You're alive, that's enough. Cece thought, he saved my life. And I hit him. Yet he's still caring about me. Could it be? Does he like me? But wait, Wu Jia clearly likes him a lot. If Wu Jia finds out, she'll be very hurt. Wen Ming said, it's getting late. You're completely soaked. You'll catch a cold. Dry yourself quickly. Why are you quiet? Are you feeling cold? Cece jerked his hand away and said, don't do anything again that might hurt the Empress's heart. You've already caused enough trouble. The scene shifts. We were shown Yunyi's residence. Yunyi was reading the letter delivered by the bird. It says, within 3 days, the northern barbarian envoys will arrive. When they do, you must find a way to poison the Empress. Make sure the Empress story ends here, forever. Yunyi muttered, poisoning the Empress is no joke. Her food is tested 100 times. Finding a poison that even the silver needle technique can't detect, that's nearly impossible. Just then, someone entered and said, Yunyi, don't worry. If the prince gave you this task, he must have already considered everything. Yunyi looked up, shocked. Huang Tianli, you're here? I can't believe the prince sent you. If you're here, that means he's extremely confident in his plan. Huang Tianli replied smugly, the prince values both of us. But please, don't belittle yourself while praising me. I was sent here specifically to assist you with the upcoming plans. Yunyi asked, then tell me, how can I help you? Inwardly he thought, you bastard. Do you think I'm an idiot who can't see through this? That dog doesn't trust me at all. That's why he sent this man to monitor me. Huang Tianli continued, this poison cannot be detected by silver needles. Don't worry about taste or color either. It looks exactly like clear water, and can be mixed into anything. Yunyi said, I've seen poisons before, but none that even silver needles couldn't detect. And don't forget, the food is tasted by several palace maids. If any of them fall sick, everyone will know the food is poisoned. Tianli said, don't worry about that either. This poison doesn't take effect for 8 hours. After that, there's no saving the victim. Their lungs dry up like leaves, and they suffocate to death. Once the process begins, nothing can stop it. Yunyi said quietly, a poison this deadly, what's it called? Huang Tianli replied, it's called death venom. 1 week later, Cece complained, the northern barbarians are coming early because they're such troublesome people. That's why everything is being cleaned before their arrival. And because of those idiots, I'm stuck here pulling weeds. She spotted Wen Ming nearby, doing something suspicious. Approaching him, she asked, why do I feel like you're slacking? I'm working like crazy pulling weeds, and you're doing nothing. Wen Ming said, I'm just taking a little break. Does my breathing bother you that much? Cece snapped, yes. And what are you hiding? Huh? Wen Ming replied, the barbarians are coming. I was just thinking how to deal with them. Cece thought, if I remember correctly, Northern Marquis has allied with Barbarian. Maybe when Ming is trying to contact his father through the envoys, she demanded, show me what you wrote. No matter how hard you try, you can't escape me. When Ming panicked internally, it's happening again. She's too strong. I can't do anything. If she keeps pushing, my secret will be exposed. If she sees I'm mapping the entire palace, she won't let me live. But if I destroy the map, Royan will kill me instead. I'm trapped. These two women have completely crushed me. Just then, an announcement echoed, the Empress is approaching. Seeing Wen Ming and Cece, Wu Jia scolded, Cece, what are you doing? Cece immediately said, it's not what it looks like. This idiot is plotting something against us. I asked him to show his paper, and he refused. Wu Jia turned to Wen Ming. What is she talking about? Wen Ming replied, you know she talks nonsense. How could I ever think badly of my childhood sweetheart? If you still doubt me, search me. I haven't taken anything suspicious. Cece protested, that's impossible. I saw you drawing something. Let me search you right now. I'll definitely find it. But Wu Jia slapped Cece aside and said, stop bothering Wen Ming. Whenever I give you an order, you always do the opposite. Come with me. I have something for you to do. Wen Ming sighed with relief. Thank goodness my cave room is big enough to hide my brush and paper. Otherwise, I'd be dead today. I need to reinforce my hideout more. 7 days are almost up. I must finish the map soon and deliver it to Royan. Once I give her the full palace map, she'll finally start trusting me. Meanwhile, Uni thought, if the Empress dies now, my entire plan will collapse. I can't let Huang Tianli or anyone else know what I'm planning. My only goal is the Wen family's cultivation technique. If I get that, everything will be fine. Just then, he saw Wen Ming leaving the palace using his name as permission. Uni frowned. He's using my name? Why? Could he be searching for his family's cultivation method? If so, I must follow him. I've been after their technique for so long, and finally, an opportunity has appeared. Seems like luck is on my side today. Meanwhile, Wu Jia and Cece walked into their room. Wu Jia said, you've spent quite a long time with Wen Ming now, right? Have you still not found anything strange about him? And if nothing seems off, doesn't that simply mean he's fine? Cece replied, Wu Jia, that guy is very clever. We can't let our guard down around him. Even though I haven't caught anything big yet, it doesn't mean I haven't seen suspicious behavior. Not once. Many times I saw him acting strangely, hiding things. Just give me some more time. I'll catch him red-handed, Wu Jia said. I've known you since childhood. Whenever you fail at something, you get frustrated and give up quickly. But this is the first time I'm seeing you refuse to give up at all. Cece replied, my friend is carrying the burden of an entire city as the Empress. The least I can do is lighten her load a little, right? Wu Jia suddenly asked, Cece, tell me honestly, do you like Wen Ming? Cece shouted, impossible. Like is out of the question. I hate that guy. How can you even pair me with someone like him? Wu Jia said, there's no need to react so strongly. I understand. Wen Ming is smart, handsome, and he has a certain charm. It's not surprising if a girl falls for him. I'm not blaming you. Cece said, are you even listening to me? If you're going to keep talking about romance, I'm leaving. Wu Jia quickly said, no, wait. I called you here because of the Northern Marquis. You know he betrayed us, and the barbarians are taking full advantage of it. They've sent envoys to the capital, and honestly, it feels suspicious. Those wild barbarians don't know how to behave, so why are they suddenly acting polite and sending envoys peacefully? It doesn't make sense. Cece replied confidently, you forget, your friend is a genius. I've already figured everything out. She unrolled a map. Look here, this is Yan Yuan Pass, where the Northern Marquis always stationed himself. He kept the Northern barbarians from entering. Now that he's betrayed us, they could enter through this pass, but they haven't. Which means, the betrayal wasn't planned long ago. It happened suddenly. He didn't even have time to take his own son with him. If he had come to the capital even once, you would have sent his son back with him without question. But he also knew, you're emotional, and because of childhood friendship, you'd never harm his boy. So he sent people to retrieve his son quietly. And those people are these envoys, Wu Jia said. When you explain it like that, it makes sense. Right now, the Northern Marquis' son is with us. That's why he hasn't acted. Cece said, he may pretend Wen Ming means nothing to him, but of course he cares. All of this is happening because of Wen Ming. Those envoys didn't come to negotiate, they came to kidnap their young master back. Wu Jia added, this plan is dangerous. Juhi rushed in. She said, have the barbarian envoys already entered the city? I want a full report, where they are, what they're doing. Juhi replied, 3 barbarian envoys have entered our land, and they're not following any diplomatic protocol. Instead of reporting to the palace, they went straight to the Kinghua brothel, the girls gasped. They went to a brothel? Cece said. Now everything makes sense. Empress, come with me. We'll settle everything once and for all. Meanwhile, when Ming arrived at the brothel to meet Ruoyan, some girls approached him. Young master, would you like to spend time with us? We know you came to see Ruoyan, but we're not that bad either. When Ming thought, for someone as innocent as me, this place is dangerous. I should find Ruoyan quickly and leave. Just as when Ming was about to go, a voice called from behind. The barbarian envoys had arrived, and immediately began causing trouble. One said, so this is the famous Kinghua brothel. I've heard a lot about it. Manager approached and asked politely, how may we serve you, honored guests? One envoy stepped forward. I heard you have beautiful women here. Send us your most beautiful one. Hurry up, we don't like waiting, manager said. Please come inside. I'll arrange everything. But she whispered to a servant, these men look dangerous. I doubt they'll pay a single coin. Go fetch the officials and the night squad quickly. Another barbarian said, Barter, don't forget our main goal. Barter replied, I haven't forgotten. But what's the harm in having a little fun first? He grabbed a girl named Gray. You look happy today. You'll serve me tonight. When Ming thought, their clothes look exactly like the barbarians I've heard horror stories about. This is bad. Another barbarian snapped, what are you staring at? My name is Barbarian Gogo. If you keep staring, I'll tear your eyes out and play marbles with them. When Ming responded, go wherever you want. Just don't bother me. I have nothing to do with this place. Talk to the manager. The barbarian laughed. Look how scared he is. Everyone from your dynasty is a coward. When Ming thought, I hope these men could tell me something about my father, but they're behaving like street thugs. Maybe this is just how barbarians act. Wait, the yin and yang pill has started its work. I need to hurry, or I won't be able to hold myself back. Yuni was thinking, so that's why when Ming was acting so strange last time, in reality, he was hiding his secret manual. Meanwhile, when Ming was running and thinking, Ruoyan, where are you? You have to help me somehow. While running, he suddenly bumped into Ruoyan. Ruoyan snapped, what is wrong with you? Why do you keep crashing into me again and again? And control your little bird. If you don't, you may be a fake eunuch now, but soon you'll become a real one. When Ming replied, all of this is happening because of you. You don't know how hard my life has become because of you. This is the map of the Imperial Palace. Now give me the antidote. Ruoyan said, so you finished it. Good job. Here, take the pill. We can work together again in the future. When Ming thought, finally, I got my antidote. After today, I will never look at this troublesome girl again. But just then, someone opened the door and pushed him aside. The antidote slipped from his hand. Barter walked in and said, so you are the most beautiful girl in this brothel. When Ming thought, how did this wild beast end up here? Barter continued, I must say, you're even more beautiful than the rumors. Ruoyan said, guests, barging in like this really frightened my little heart. Manager whispered to her, Ruoyan, these men paid a lot of money. Treat them properly. Ruoyan thought, greedy fool, she'd sell herself for coins. I have to hide the defense map before anyone gets their hands on it. When Ming thought, because of this map, my antidote slipped away, Ruoyan said, please come in, guests. I'll bring drinks. Suddenly they heard a noise. Gogo said, is something under the bed? Ruoyan replied, there are too many rats lately, probably a rat. When Ming thought, good thing I've become more flexible than before, otherwise I wouldn't be able to hide properly. Ruoyan whispered, stay exactly where you are. If you weren't useful to me, you'd already be dead. Then she said aloud, enjoy your drinks, gentlemen. I'll dance for you. Outside, Yuni was peeking in. He thought, just as I expected, the Wen family's cultivation technique and their secret pill, both are here. Inside, when Ming was trying desperately to grab the pill, just a little more, I can reach it. But suddenly a barbarian shouted, you think you can fool us? Ruoyan panicked, what happened, sir? Why are you angry? She feared they might have spotted Wen Ming. One barbarian said, someone is spying on us from behind the door. So this is how your brothel treats its guests? Gogo stepped forward, let me see who the bastard is. I'll beat him senseless. But before he could touch the door, a sudden strike blasted him aside. Yuni entered and said, my goal is right in front of me. I'll take it. Trash like you can't stop me. The barbarians laughed. Oh ho, an 8th rank martial artist? Looks like this dynasty sent us a little helper. Barter said, our enemies are just like us, except they underestimate us too much. Ignoring them, Yuni grabbed the pill and the map. Finally, I found you. With the Wen family's secret technique, I can regrow any part of my body. So restoring a tiny bird is nothing. Barter yelled, you think you can attack us and run? Now that you've struck us, you're not getting away alive. Yuni growled, anyone who stands between me, my bird, and my technique, will die. He launched attacks at Barter. Inside, Wenming was struggling. My little bird also needs to fly soon, but with all this chaos, I can't do anything, not even take the antidote. Uni struck Barter again, seizing the pill and map, but another barbarian punched him. Uni grabbed the man's arm and said, "All of you together still can't defeat me." In the chaos, the pill rolled closer, almost reaching Wenming. Barter stepped forward. "Your skills are good, but you're not fast. And what's this nonsense about regrowing?" Uni roared, "You could never understand my pain. You haven't suffered what I have. Now witness my true agony." He used his technique, Almighty Push, blasting everyone backward. Ruoyan shouted, "You bastard. Why are you attacking me? I'm not even involved." She was badly injured in the blast. Uni thought, only a 9th level martial artist can use this attack, and I wasted too much energy. I must leave. He grabbed the pill and map and escaped. Barter yelled, "You won't escape that easily." He attacked with his moon slash, but just then Cece and her group arrived. Cece shouted, "How dare you attack citizens of our country? Barbarians, stay in your place." Inside, Ruoyan was dazed. What is wrong with everyone today? They stole the map Wenming brought, and that old man used me as a shield. My whole body is injured now. Just then, Wenming grabbed her. Ruoyan said, "He's completely out of his senses. The poison has fully taken effect on him." Outside, Barter was thinking, "This aura, that means this girl is Empress Wu Jia." Another barbarian said, "Be careful. These might be the people who sent that assassin." Barter snapped, "Why are you so scared? Do you really think I can't defeat them?" But in the next instant, Wu Jia suddenly appeared behind them. They were shocked. How did she do that? She moved so fast we didn't even see her. Wu Jia commanded, "Martial guards, advance. Surround the entire Qinghua brothel. Not even an ant should be able to escape." Barter was confused. "What are they doing?" Wu Jia told Cece, "Cece, I trusted you and took a huge risk coming here. If we don't find Wenming, I might be questioned in court tomorrow." Cece replied, "Don't worry. I'm sure Wenming came here to meet the envoy. If he did, everything will finally be clear." Barter growled, "Where do you think you're going? Weren't you here to take care of us?" Wu Jia said, "Watch them. We don't have time to waste." Cece added, "We already know barbarians are crazy. Who knows how they were fighting before we arrived?" Wu Jia said, "They look so ordinary that I didn't even think they were envoys. Even our commoners dress better than them." Then she told the guards, "I don't have time to waste on these fools. Take them to the palace and give them a room to rest." Barter, grinding his teeth, thought, "We've never been humiliated like this. First they sent assassins after us, and now they completely ignore us. Fine, be as arrogant as you want. Your short little lives will end soon enough." Another barbarian whispered, "Barter, control your anger. If you try anything, that girl will cut you in half. She's a 9th rank empress, we can't beat her." Barter sighed, "Fine. Let's go," Cece said. "Weren't they acting strange though?" Wu Jia replied, "They were full of killing intent toward me. But once they sensed my power, they backed off. They didn't dare do anything." Cece laughed, "You're amazing. Honestly, you could defeat them all with one hand tied. But why didn't you? They tried to release killing intent on you. That's a major crime." Wu Jia said calmly, "Because the killing intent of ants means nothing to a dragon. Besides, we came here for Wenming, not to deal with trash." Cece said, "You're right. Let's hurry and check if Wenming is here." Inside, Cece began inspecting every room. "Leave nothing unchecked. Drag everyone outside if you must." Wu Jia quickly headed toward Ruoyan's room. She whispered, "Wenming, I trust you. Please don't break that trust." Inside Ruoyan's room, Wenming was waking up as the drug's effects wore off. "That medicine was insanely strong. I passed out at the end." He checked himself. "At least the effect is gone. Now I can continue pretending to be a eunuch." Then he placed his hand on something soft. "Huh, what is this? Why is it squishy?" He lifted the quilt. Ruoyan was underneath it. Wenming panicked. "This can't be real. I must be imagining things." He checked again. It was Ruoyan. "What are you doing here?" Ruoyan glared. "You shameless bastard. After doing everything, you pretend nothing happened? I was a saintess of the heavenly sect. Because of some useless fake eunuch like you, I lost my purity." Wenming protested. "Why are you acting like it was all my fault? First of all, whatever happened was because of your drug. Second, you are far stronger than me. Even drunk, you could beat me easily." Ruoyan snapped. "I couldn't fight because I was badly injured by the almighty push. I didn't even have the strength to stop you." She thought, "No one in the sect knows what happened between us. If I kill this fake eunuch now, his secret will die with him." Wenming grabbed her wrist. She shouted, "What are you doing? I didn't even do anything yet. Why are you grabbing me?" Wenming said, I clearly heard you thinking about killing me. Ruoyan froze. He can hear my thoughts? Then all the legends about Saintus are real. Wen Ming added, I can hear everything, actually. So tell me, what legend were you talking about? Ruoyan sighed. You should know you just hit the jackpot. Our heavenly sex saints cultivate a dual practice technique, which allows them to share their power with their husband. Power, thoughts, everything. Wen Ming's eyes widened. So that's why I suddenly feel much stronger. This is your strength flowing through me. He smirked. With this power, even the royal guards of the capital can't stop me. I'll go join my father. Ruoyan shouted. Stop right there. She stomped her foot, and Wen Ming felt the pain in his own leg. Ow, why does my leg hurt? Ruoyan said. You didn't think you'd get power without consequences, did you? Our bodies and minds are now linked. My power is your power. My pain is your pain. Since you share my strength, you must also share my mission. Wen Ming asked, and what if I refuse? Ruoyan lifted a dagger. Then I will kill myself, and you know exactly what happens to you after that. I already lost my purity. If I fail my sex mission too, I have no reason to live. If you refuse to help me, we both will die. Wen Ming panicked. Wait, why are you so desperate to die? Listen, you know my father is a powerful marquis. He's already stationed outside the country. If we join forces with him, we can conquer this nation. Your mission will be complete, and my goals too. Ruoyan shook her head. No, you must stay in the palace as a spy, Wen Ming asked. But why? Ruoyan replied, even if the Northern Marquis becomes emperor, what difference does it make? He'll still run the same corrupt system Wu Jia uses. Our heavenly sect wants to destroy this system and bring equality to the world. Wen Ming was shocked. So you want to bring modern ideas to this era? How is that even possible? Suddenly, the guards knocked on the door. Open up. We need to search this room. What happens next will be revealed in the next episode. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.